Morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave of the day, and today we're going to be using PAA's Et Tu. Yes, Et Tu Brut. Classic scent of Brut. Yep, if you like Brut, this is for you. It's one of those things that shows up every once in a while in the PAA. Usually it's around springtime, so yeah, your odds of getting it right now are probably zero, but you never know. We'll take a look. And then we're going to be using the Voskhod blades with the Gillette Slim 1964. That was my grandfather's razor. My other grandfather's razor. I got both my grandfather's razors in the house here. Yep, so giving this a shot. This one seems to be a little more aggressive than even my, call this the blood sport one. It always had a tendency to lop off my ears. But, and we'll follow up with some classic Brut. Let's see, how much is left in this thing? I guess it's about 3/4. It's been used. And when you're done with your everything else, yeah, there's Brut after not aftershave, but deodorant. So a little bit of everything. So it's gonna be El Brut Day. So, wife will not be happy with me. She doesn't like Brut. She's like, oh, you smell. I'm like, well, I know, thank you. Like, it's not pleasant at all. Like, well, you know. Sometimes you just can't please the woman. Which is probably why I don't wear Brut very often. But typically it's like when she's off to work and I wear Brut during the day. And it wears off over the course of the day, so I don't smell so bad. She doesn't like really strong scents, and this is right on the borderline for her of being too strong. But it's one of those fougères, same category as like Avon Wild Country and what do you call it? Pinot Clubman. There's others out there. Setting 3. I don't need my razor to be really aggressive. First use of these Voskhod blades. I think I had to go look back, and I don't know if I've ever used them on camera. So, this is a test. Once again, we're doing my series of how many shaves can I get out of a certain blade. And whoa, that is smooth. Knocked it down. Pretty good so far. Now the Et Tu is the CK1. It's not the CK6. I've never been it's like when you're looking at prices of stuff and you're like, no, I'm not paying that. I can get 2 other soaps for the price of one of those. The only thing I'd like to see, now if I could ever get somebody to, like Sterling or PA probably the one that did it the best, but make a Avon Wild Country soap. Yeah. I think those 2 companies have the best skills probably to make a dupe. Now my friend Matt, he was an everyday Brut guy. Everything Brut. You could smell him coming. He's like, I'd swear he'd go through a container of Brut Aftershave a week. So how much he's used it. Me, I was always I was the Old Spice guy. He was the Brut guy. It was like, oh, what the heck was it? Was it High Karate? My friend had used that. First pass. Awful smooth. And it's like when I was in college in the dorms, you had everybody had their style of what aftershave they used. So it was like Friday night or Thursday night was the big night because a lot of people took off for home on Friday. So go down to the hill chasing tail. They'd all get all cleaned up and put on their aftershave, and it's like the whole dorm room area. It's like smelled of many different scents of how many different aftershaves you could think of. All because they were like a bunch of young peacocks. And except for me, just the Old Spice guy. I didn't have to get all dolled up and chase. I had my girlfriend, actually I should say fiance. When I actually lived in the dorms, I was engaged, so I didn't go chasing around. I went down with the guys, you know, and it's like, I'm like any guy. It's like, I want a beer or two. Do a little dancing. Wasn't fair to some of the guys. How do you get all these ladies to dance with you? Well, if you know how to dance, they see that and they just like, oh, okay, you have some fun. And I was not the type of guy that was hardcore pressed at trying to get them to do anything. Alleviate their fears and suspicions, and you just go there to have a fun time. That was it. Number of times it's like, here's my number. No, I don't need it. Like, what do you mean? Like, I'm engaged. I'm just not here to wear the meat market. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, well, it is what it is. So after a while, they would see you as not a threat or aggressive. Like you'd show up and they're like, hey, how's it going? And then it's like, you're just like one of their friends, you know. It's like, well, it was good. So you end up having a fun night, a little bit of dancing, socializing, and that was it. You never had to feel the urge to make an ass of yourself. And I would always, hey, have you met, it's like my friend over here? And it's like, you kind of feel them out and see who's a good match. And I was like, this one girl, I was like, yeah, you'd be a good match for my friend Bob over here. They ended up getting married, which was kind of cool. And she passed away, but medical problem. Botched operation, which was sad. Leaving a kid behind. And I had a few other friends. I had this one friend, Russell. He was so shy. It's like he would start shaking whenever a woman started talking to him. He was that much anxiety. Like took it under his like get him to come out all the time. He was a project basically to get him to relax. It's like you spend enough time. He's like, hey, just follow my lead. You don't have to say anything. Just stand there and like every once in a while, I would say, so what do you think? And The girl's like, oh, well, what do you think? And he's like, oh. Eventually, I got him to the point where actually he could talk to him. He ended up meeting a girl, and they ended up getting married too. Sweet little. I think they got like 3 kids. I haven't seen him in years, but wow, that is smooth. That's actually a pretty good blade here. Knocking things down. Yeah, you can hear much blade response. It also helped when I was in college. I was on the rugby team. Yeah, when I see a bunch of guys party hard, oh, it's so smooth. I'm very impressed with these blades. The only bad thing about them, they're made in Russia. Try getting anything out of Russia right now. Saying that, they really buggered the system up. There's a few left. Wow. Doing a good job. Setting 3. Perfect setting for me. It's like not quite overly aggressive, but enough to knock everything down to baby bottom smooth, I guess is the term. Everybody likes to call it wet shaving. To me, growing up, it was just shaving. Classic shaving, I would call it now. Yeah, I guess it's been, wow, over a month ago. The new Stranger Things show came on, and one of the first scenes shows that Matthew Modine, I think it is, shaving. So that was supposed to be, I think, 1979. So well, that would have been about the time I was started. December of 78 is when I started shaving. Around Christmas. So officially, I'd say full year shaving was in 79. Well, I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. Over here. Had one left. Oh, we smell of Brut. We'll clean up here. There it is. Brut, classic Brut. Glurg, 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 glurg. All right, a little stinging right up. It goes down to right there, a little here, right up the stinging. But I smell a Brut. Fee fi fo fum. I smell a man that smells like Brut. All right, that's the shave of the day, ladies and gentlemen of the listening audience. Water brewer. That was PAA's Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. There you go. Et Tu. 100% Brut dupe. Smells like the classic old style one from the early years of the 70s. And then we had the Voskhod blades with the 1964 Gillette Slim grandfather's razor. Worked good. I have a nice, smooth face. I am a happy camper. There you go. Thanks, Grandpa. There you go. That's the shave of the day. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends. And we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.